time a boy or girl shows an interest in sports, parents start wondering whether their child has the talent to really go somewhere with it.
Some of those parents end up spending a small fortune trying to help them realize that dream, and that has Local 12's Mike Burke wondering, is it worth it?
The price of college tuition has never been higher, and the road to an athletic scholarship comes with a steep price tag as well. That's because just playing a high school sport for one season may no longer be enough to attract the attention of college recruiters. Tonight we take a look at the benefit of playing on traveling teams. Does that benefit outweigh an investment, which in some cases can be tens of thousands of dollars?
Welcome to Landmark Christian and the home of the Cincinnati Royals Basketball Academy. But these aren't your father's Royals, not even your grandfather's Royals for that matter. These are the AAU Royals, girls and boys of all ages in search of better players, year-round competition, and of course, what would be the holy grail of it all.
So if you want to go to a tournament and scout some kids, where are you going to see a bunch of them at? AAU.
Joe Steele is the general manager of Southwest Ohio Basketball. His job is not to get his players scholarships. In fact, his program comes with what's essentially a disclaimer.
If a kid really has a passion for basketball and he wants to develop his skills, that's what I think it's more about.
But if that's really what it's all about and a scholarship is promised to no one, then why spend all of this money? Between travel and fees, this isn't cheap.
Nice, that's it, that's it, that's it.
With two daughters who are products of the AAU system, Brian Ripperger has spent upwards of $10,000 over the years.
Worth it? I think so. I really do think so. The biggest thing that there's more to it than that scholarship that everybody talks about. You know, you're helping your child grow in other ways.
In addition to being good on the court, Brian's daughter is solid in the classroom. She's now attending Center College in Danville, Kentucky on a scholarship, an academic scholarship. But AAU basketball helped pave the way.
So that was a product of her being at an AAU tournament where somebody saw her and said,
yes,
let's
yes,
help her.
Absolutely.
It worked out for Ripperger. The academic money offsets some, if not all, of the five-figure AAU expenses he's endured over the years.
And if you think that number is staggering, consider that basketball is easy. You can always find a gym and some good competition relatively close by, but in hockey it's much different. Ice time and quality competition are both at a premium, and that's reflected in the price.
You're paying for professional coaching, you're paying for the travel, you're paying for gear, you're paying for ice time. You know, it's easily this year 10 to 12,000, you know, annual cost.
For 1 year.
Practice in Evendale at Sports Plus is the easy part for Dan Louderback. His son Zach's workouts were once held in Indianapolis, twice each week. And tomorrow they'll pack up the gear and make the journey to Atlanta for a weekend tournament. But Dan's willing to go along with all of this, so long as Zach is.
He's got a passion for it.
Passion or not, for John Hadley, all that hockey required simply became too much, and a choice had to be made when it came to his son's career on the ice.
If he had chosen hockey as his passion, what he wanted to do, you know, one of the options would have been, and I've seen other people do it, to ship kids off to relatives to play hockey in the Twin Cities or Detroit or Boston, because really it's a sport that you're going to get competition only in those kind of places.
I love playing soccer, but when hockey season came around, that's all I could think about.
But soccer ultimately won out. Alex didn't have to ship off to a relative in hockey country. After walking on at Indiana and UC, he's now playing for Dayton on a scholarship. His parents may actually break even on all of this. Dan Louderback may or may not.
We could have taken the money we spent on hockey and put it in a college account, and we'd have his college paid for. So it's really not about that. It's about the experiences and everything else he's gaining from it.
Practice, games, flying me out, getting me to games. I know it's a huge commitment for him.
And it's a big commitment for the kids. Whether you want to call them AAU teams, select teams, or travel teams, the investment is all the same. And for Steele, the reason for joining up should also remain consistent.
I never would tell my parents, hey, get on an AAU team so we can get your kid a scholarship. Nobody can promise that, and they never should.
In Cincinnati, Mike Burke, Local 12 News.
Wow, some very dedicated parents and kids.
Fascinating.